Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. I just finished doing what I wanted you to know about my vision of the New World Order, or should I say my New World Order view. But right now I want to say that World War III, everybody's talking about it's coming. We've had a lot of wars. But I predict that World War III will not be a war between nations. It will not be a war between the East and the West. It will be a war between people who want to rule and people who refuse to be ruled, especially by an enemy. An enemy is one that rules to your demise. It appears that all over the world, little individuals of those various societies are wrapped up in a little small clique who wants to be superior to everybody else, and they're smarter than everybody else, and they're enlightened. And they want everybody else to conform under principles that takes away all of the freedom that they had and actually become as cattle and slaves. And people are going to reject that. But many people will approve of it. Many people will be right along with those rulers. They will have the guns, they will have the bombs, and they'll do the killing, they'll do everything they possibly can to work and kill and destroy all the people who do not want to be ruled. They don't know that as soon as they kill all of the people that don't want to be ruled, then right about then, it will be their time to be ruled. And they will find that there are a group of people still who will take up guns against them and kill them. You see, just like in the beginning of the World War III, there are people who are out there who are veterans of many wars, who have put their life on the line, got limbs missing, who have killed in the name of the present rulership, but who then will now be shot down by this conglomerate of new soldiers. So it doesn't matter who you are, what you've done. These people who want to be sitting in the driver's seat don't give a darn about any of you. All they want is to control, and they know they will always find somebody who will be obedient. They just want to find enough obedient people to wipe the rest of the humanity out and to leave enough to be servants, slaves. And there will always be those who will be servants and slaves. Evidence, when the natives were here, many natives died fighting to maintain their freedom. After a while, they listened to the propaganda and said, well, it's better to live than die. And so they decided to become slaves. And then there were the blacks who, when they found out that they were being slaves, many of them tried to run away and were killed and slaughtered. Many of them traveling on ships across the ocean realized what was going on. They would jump off boats and stuff and die. But yet and still, there were many who came over here and settled into slavedom and looked at themselves as being high and mighty slaves, the house nigger. You know, so there's no doubt the New World Order, as they predicted, will find enough support to do just what they want to do. When you go into these third world countries and you see all the stuff going on, this stuff isn't usually started by the people. The people there have always been dissatisfied wherever they have been abused. And they've tried to make changes, but changes never came through. But when the powers that be wanted to interject and come in there, they would do whatever they could, start disturbances, hire people, even the natives of these particular countries, to go and start stuff. How can a man like Dr. Martin Luther King fight, stand up, commit his life for peace and prosperity, and black people who are suffering take money from the FBI or the CIA to go out and start disturbances in Martin Luther King's rally? So you'll always find a fool. I just want you to know what you're up against. And I hope you got that message, because you're up against it. Bye-bye.